We also have talked, even on this channel, about Angel's very dramatic response to that. Angel Reese started with, "I'm heartbroken. I'm literally lost for words, knowing what this woman meant to me in such a pivotal point in my life. She was the only person," which is interesting since she's been coached before.
It's astonishing that Angel Reese continues to spark controversy with her bold and provocative statements, even after facing a lawsuit over steroid accusations. This time, she has made a shocking claim about her former coach, Teresa Weatherspoon. Reese has accused Weatherspoon of betrayal, asserting that the coach played a significant role in her downfall. Many are stunned by Reese's public remarks, where she suggests that her professional struggles stem from Weatherspoon, someone she once trusted. According to Reese, if betrayal had a face, it would undoubtedly be Teresa Weatherspoon at this moment.
And unfortunately, it seems like, according to some new reports, that relationship cost her job.
Chicago, Angel Reese is once again stirring controversy, hinting that there's more to the story behind her suspension. She suggests that the decision wasn't solely based on performance issues, alluding to deeper, undisclosed reasons. This has left fans and analysts questioning the official narrative. Sky officials have publicly stated that Teresa Weatherspoon's suspension was due to the team's poor performance and an incident in which she disrespected an official.
Disrespected the official. That was the official.
But why is Angel Reese making such bold claims? Is there truth to her assertions? Or is this just another dramatic twist in an ongoing saga? Since Reese's inflammatory remarks, the situation has only grown more complex. So, let's step back and break it all down. Whether or not her accusations hold merit, one thing is certain: her words have ignited intense debate and speculation. Fans and commentators alike are scrambling to make sense of the chaos, further fueling an already contentious narrative. Angel Reese remains the center of attention.
A rivalry here. Angel Reese wants to be Draymond Green, but there's nothing about her game that's really interesting that is going to translate to people who may not watch the WNBA.
After months of speculation surrounding her performance, the truth has finally emerged. Angel Reese, once regarded as the future star of the WNBA, now finds herself at the center of a scandal so shocking that it's shaking the league to its core. As the gap between expectations and reality grew, Reese reportedly sought a shortcut, one that would ultimately lead to her downfall. Under immense pressure to meet the hype, she allegedly turned to performance-enhancing drugs. In a desperate bid to keep pace with the league's top talent, it appears she resorted to steroids, a decision.
Reese is the villain, Caitlin Clark is the hero, and Angel Reese continued to play into it last night by getting ejected, and it's almost like it's all scripted. This is perfect for the WNBA. She's all the talk. She's the one standing up there in front of reporters saying, I need all of you guys to realize there's two of us that changed the game of women's basketball, and it's not just Caitlin Clark. I was a part of that 2 years ago in the national championship game, and it's going to continue to be that way from here on out. I kind of love it. I don't agree with her. It's way more Caitlin Clark than it is Angel.
Then, out of nowhere, the bombshell dropped. The entire WNBA community was left in shock when Angel Reese tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs. Players and analysts alike were stunned, while the Chicago Sky, her team at the time, acted swiftly, suspending her immediately and launching an investigation. But let's be honest, this wasn't entirely unexpected. The signs were there. Many had already suspected something was amiss, with rumors swirling around her inconsistent performances. We all saw this coming. It was only a matter of time before the truth surfaced. And now,
because anybody who's watching could see that what was going on with Chicago and with Angel Reese and the double-double streak and all that stuff wasn't good for Angel, wasn't good for the rest of the team, wasn't good for the whole organization.
Moment test results confirmed Angel Reese's use of performance-enhancing substances. Her career plummeted faster than her shooting percentage in a tough fourth quarter. Her public image, already marred by previous controversies, was completely shattered. The revelation sent shockwaves through the league, leaving players and analysts reeling, struggling to grasp how a once promising star could fall so far, so fast. But Reese's downfall wasn't just a personal setback. It sent ripples across the WNBA, leaving many in disbelief.
He's been around a couple of decades, and people didn't notice the game. They're noticing it now. Well, that's because of Caitlin Clark, not Angel.
The substances Angel Reese allegedly used weren't just common supplements or over-the-counter vitamins. According to reports, she took EPO, a powerful performance-enhancing drug known for boosting red blood cell production, often used by cyclists and marathon runners to achieve superhuman endurance. Reese also reportedly experimented with anabolic steroids, notorious for accelerating muscle growth but equally infamous for their harmful side effects. The use of such substances not only raises serious questions about an athlete's integrity, but also casts doubt over their entire body of work, making people reconsider everything they've accomplished in their professional career. These drugs are strictly banned under WNBA regulations, and the league enforces harsh penalties for violations. Athletes caught using performance-enhancing substances typically face severe consequences, including lengthy suspensions, public disgrace, and a permanent stain on their legacy.
The addiction is real. The addiction to attention is...
The overwhelming pressure to stay relevant, not just to play in the WNBA, but to truly stand out in a league dominated by rising stars like Caitlin Clark, was ultimately what pushed Angel Reese down this path. In her rookie season, Clark practically rewrote the WNBA record books, averaging 20 points per game, shattering assist records, and making everyone else seem like they were moving in slow motion by comparison. As Clark's star rose, Reese struggled to keep pace, and the gap between their performances only widened. With Clark commanding the spotlight, Reese felt immense pressure to compete. But instead of rising to the challenge, she seemingly took a different route to stay relevant. In the end, that desperate decision appears to have cost her everything, turning what was once a promising career into a tragic downfall.
The biggest thing she should focus on is just finishing around the rim. That is something where maybe her rebounds will be halved. However, she will still make such an impact.
Angel Reese's statistics paled in comparison to Caitlin Clark's explosive, supernova-level performances. While Clark dominated, Reese posted a respectable 11.5 points and 9.2 rebounds per game. However, many of those rebounds were simply her collecting her own missed shots, hardly a mark of dominance. Still, the pressure on Reese was undeniable. That kind of intense scrutiny can drive athletes to make choices they never thought possible. The swirling rumors about Reese's alleged steroid use paint a bleak picture of a player who sought a shortcut rather than embracing the relentless grind required to compete at the highest level. Struggling to keep up with Clark's meteoric rise, Reese reportedly turned to performance-enhancing substances in hopes of narrowing the gap. But instead of elevating her career, those choices led to a doping scandal that resulted in her suspension and eventual release from the Chicago Sky. What could have been a promising future instead unraveled into a controversy-laden downfall, proving that the easy route often comes at the highest cost.
Said, hey, she'll play the villain role. Kennedy Carter certainly embraces that as well. Chad, right after we're discussing Angel Reese and the villain in the storyline and the plot that brings eyeballs to the product of Caitlin Clark on tour across the WNBA. She's ejected for the first time in her WNBA.
Angel Reese didn't need performance-enhancing drugs. She had the talent. When she first entered the WNBA, many believed her rivalry with Caitlin Clark would fuel one of the most exciting storylines in women's basketball. But instead of becoming a key figure in the league's future, Reese found herself at the center of one of its biggest doping scandals. Now, fans and analysts alike are left questioning whether she was ever truly clean or if this controversy has tarnished her entire career. What once seemed like a bright future has become a cautionary tale. Her rapid fall from grace has left many wondering, how did it all go so wrong? The once celebrated rivalry with Clark is now overshadowed by uncertainty and scandal, casting a dark...
Would Angel Reese prematurely end her rookie season to spare herself the embarrassment of losing Rookie of the Year?
The Chicago Sky wasted no time suspending Angel Reese as soon as the investigation into her alleged drug use began. Once the positive test results confirmed the rumors, it was game over for Reese. For the WNBA, already striving to expand its fan base and strengthen its brand, this scandal has become a public relations nightmare. One of its most recognizable players is now at the center of a cheating controversy, leaving the league scrambling to contain the fallout. This crisis threatens to overshadow the WNBA's recent progress, forcing the league into full-scale damage control to protect its hard-earned reputation.
Reese is stirring this up, so while she doesn't... Angel Reese always comes off as...
The psychological toll on Angel Reese cannot be overlooked. Reports suggest she was under immense stress, constantly measured against Caitlin Clark, who was breaking records, landing major sponsorship deals, and leading her team to the postseason. Meanwhile, Reese found herself on a struggling team with no real shot at winning, and that frustration only continued to build. The relentless media scrutiny and harsh criticism likely added to the pressure, pushing her toward questionable decisions. In a desperate bid to stay relevant, she chose the worst possible path, one that ultimately shattered both her reputation and career.
Star. You should not need to beg for attention. If you're a big star, you should not have to.
It's important to hold off on feeling pity for Angel Reese, at least for now. Her steroid scandal didn't just derail her career. It plunged the entire Chicago Sky organization into turmoil, unfolding like an unexpected backstage drama. The fallout extended far beyond Reese, tearing apart the locker room and leaving her teammates frustrated and betrayed. Trust was shattered, and the ripple effect disrupted team dynamics, fueling internal conflict. What began as a personal controversy quickly spiraled into a full-blown crisis for the team, undermining any hopes of unity or success.
Angel Reese needs Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark does not need
Angel Reese's decision to use illegal substances didn't just violate the rules, it shattered the trust she had built with her team. Leadership is rooted in integrity, and once that trust is broken, so is the team's spirit. With the season already spiraling downward, Reese's actions delivered the final blow, pushing a struggling team into complete disarray. Her scandal didn't just crush any hope of a turnaround, it left the locker room in...
Because they're not just like, it's not just about one player, it's about me too. And it's like, wait, time out. Nobody, I haven't even seen it yet. This is her...
Let's not overlook the shocking twist involving Chicago Sky head coach Teresa Weatherspoon. In a development straight out of a sports drama, rumors have begun circulating that Weatherspoon may have been more involved in the steroid scandal than initially believed. Speculation suggests her role in the controversy runs deeper than expected, adding yet another layer of complexity to an already chaotic situation. What was once seen as a player's scandal now appears to have entangled the coaching staff as well, raising serious questions about just how far this controversy truly...
Reese and her coach, former coach I should say, Teresa Weatherspoon. We had all heard a few weeks ago that the Chicago Sky said goodbye to Teresa Weatherspoon, saying that it was time to, quote, make a...
According to reports,
the
coach who was meant to lead the team
may have led Angel Reese straight into trouble in an effort to improve the team's abysmal 13-27 record. With the season slipping away, Teresa Weatherspoon reportedly thought, why not give Reese a boost to improve her performance? This type of rumor makes you wonder if you've entered a parallel universe where the coach is giving you bad advice rather than strategic game plans. What ought to have been a season devoted to making things better turned into a story of poor choices and conflict.
Chicago Sky had major culture issue under fired head coach. That, of course, is Teresa Weatherspoon. First-year coach criticized for tailoring game plan to benefit Reese. And again, many of us could see it.
Teresa Weatherspoon had only been with the Chicago Sky for one season, but things unraveled fast. According to insiders, frustration over the team's poor record and mounting pressure from management allegedly led her to encourage Angel Reese to use performance-enhancing drugs, despite knowing the risks involved. What began as a season full of promise quickly turned into a desperate bid to reverse the team's fortunes. But instead of leading the Sky to success, Weatherspoon's reported decisions only fueled scandal and controversy.
May have led to her demise, which was reported from Annie Costabile. Forgive me if I'm pronouncing that wrong. She's with the Chicago Sun-Times, and she recently reported that Weatherspoon was tailoring the Sky's game around one or two players, led to some serious dysfunction inside the locker room. Yeah.